All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about the AI revolution and what it really means for Salesforce DevOps. You know, the pace of change right now is just insane. So let's break down what's actually happening and, more importantly, where this is all going. So let's just start with the biggest question on everyone's mind, right? We hear AI, AI, AI all day long. But what does this revolution actually mean for the day-to-day grind? For your reality of building and shipping on a platform like Salesforce? That's exactly what we're going to unpack. And to even begin to answer that, you first have to get your head around the sheer speed of what's happening. I mean, the AI landscape isn't changing month by month. We're talking week by week. It really is a world in hyperdrive. And what's really fascinating is how quickly the players are changing. For the longest time, OpenAI was kind of the only name in the game. But look at this now. Anthropic's Claude is actually leading in enterprise use for coding. The competition is getting fierce. And honestly, that innovation is good news for everybody. And listen, this isn't just some theory or a nice idea. The productivity boosts are very real, and they are huge. We're seeing teams using AI coding agents getting somewhere between a 20 and 40% increase in development speed. I mean, that's not a small improvement. That's a total game changer. If you want to grasp the sheer economic force behind this tidal wave, just look at this number. $12 billion. And that's just the annualized revenue for OpenAI alone. So yeah, this isn't some niche trend. It's a global economic engine that's really just getting warmed up. But, and there's always a but, right? Here's the complication. For all the hype and all the money being poured into this, there's a massive problem that not enough people are talking about. We can call it the generic tool gap. And it's the real reason why most of these big AI projects in the enterprise world are just falling flat. And get ready for this number, 95%. That's the percentage of enterprises that are struggling right now to see any kind of meaningful return on their AI investments. Can you believe that? They're spending the money, but they're just not seeing the results. So the big question is, why? This explains the problem perfectly. You see, generic AI models are incredibly powerful. They know Python, Java, all that general-purpose code. But they are totally clueless when it comes to the complex, nitty-gritty reality of a Salesforce org. They don't know about governor limits, they don't get the specific trigger order of execution, and they have no idea about that tangled web of metadata dependencies that makes your org unique. So, how in the world do you bridge that gap between that generic power and your specific reality? Well, this is where Copado's secret weapon comes into play. It's a concept called org intelligence, and it's designed to solve this exact problem. Let's just define this, because this is the absolute key. Org intelligence isn't just another AI feature you check a box for. It's a deep, real-time, contextual awareness of your entire Salesforce org. It knows your metadata, it knows your deployment history, it knows how every little piece is connected. It's the expert-level knowledge that those generic AIs are missing. And here's how that idea delivers real-world value. First, the system actually understands your org's metadata, inside and out. Then, with that understanding, it can predict deployment risks before they become disasters. And maybe most importantly, it can suggest intelligent fixes that are actually relevant to your org. Okay, so that's the big advantage, the secret sauce. But how does this vision actually become a reality inside the platform? Let's take a look at the roadmap for bringing all of this to life. The whole strategy is broken down into 3 really distinct, fast-paced phases. We are not talking about some vague, multi-year plan here. This is an aggressive roadmap, and it's designed to deliver value quickly, short-term, medium-term, and long-term, all within the next year. Okay, let's start with the immediate future, what's happening in the next 3 months. The focus here is on practical wins that save you time right now. Think about all that manual pain of writing release notes. Gone. Automated. Or instead of digging through endless logs, you can just ask in plain English, show me all the changes to the account trigger in the last sprint. It's about killing the tedious work so your team can focus on building, not on admin tasks. Building on that, the platform starts to evolve from just a helpful tool to a proactive partner. So in the next 3 to 6 months, we're talking about a dedicated Copado AI agent. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means it can pre-populate test cases based on your user stories, or it can generate these predictive quality scores to flag a high-risk deployment before it causes problems. You're shifting your whole quality process from reactive to proactive. And this is where it all leaves. The long-term vision, inside of a year, is a true DevOps copilot. And this is more than just automation. It's about augmentation. Imagine pipelines that can safely handle routine deployments all on their own, and they just tap you on the shoulder for the really critical steps. Picture an AI that not only finds a metadata conflict, but suggests 3 intelligent ways to fix it, based on your org's history. It becomes a system that's actively mentoring your junior developers. This is the endgame. So let's bring all this together. The landscape is changing at lightning speed. The stakes are incredibly high. So how do you actually position yourself to win in this new AI race? What's the final word here?
Well, the most crucial point is this. Winning is going to require a fundamental shift in how you think. It's about moving away from treating AI as just another feature you bolt onto the side, and instead treating it as the core operating system for your entire DevOps process.
Ultimately, this is the destination, to transform from being just a deployment tool into being the intelligent, AI-powered DevOps brain for Salesforce teams. A system that truly understands your org, predicts issues before they happen, and amplifies the expertise you already have. There is absolutely no question that the race is on, and the winners are going to be the ones who move with both speed and intelligence. So, the only question left is, are you ready?